Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hogue Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Orange Bloods Texas YouTube channel. How are you, Madison?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. What's been bothering me lately is
Tell
like
me.
my allergies.
So bad.
They've been so bad. Yeah, so my voice is kind of, I know other people can't really tell as much, but my voice is definitely just like, a
That's
little
the
raspy.
worst. That's seriously the worst. Mine's my eyes. They just water all the time.
Oh yeah. I think it's because so after spending all weekend at Texas Relays,
Yeah.
and
Which,
it
first of all,
sounds
track is like, I'm just in awe. I'm in awe. I have
me
to
too.
say. I have to
Me too. No, I expected it. But yeah, after just spending the whole weekend outside, and I guess I don't really go outside as much. You know, you kind of have to be
At least not
outside.
for that long. Like, that's
Right. Yeah, not
long.
for that long. We kind of have to be outside, be in nature for nature to actually really bother us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so like me walking my dog is not going to get to me as much. But spending the whole weekend,
The hours.
yeah, the hours just on the field, on the
Yeah.
track, my voice is just,
Dead. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, given the fact that Austin is basically just like a bowl. So all of the,
Literally. All of the allergies catch us.
oh, yeah, it does. But okay, tell me how work life has been going. I'm always really interested to hear how your experiences are
Yeah.
going since I work
Yeah.
there too.
It's been really awesome. I've really loved working there. It's been such a great experience. They just do such a good job of giving the interns responsibilities. So like we feel used and we feel important, like we feel needed. So it's just been really fun, and like I feel like they're really trusting me to do like some big edits and like for games and stuff. And I've been able to sit in on some studio show tapings with like Coach Pierce and Coach Schaefer and all of that. So that's been really fun. And it's just, I remember saying it last time, just seeing this side of the industry is so interesting and
Eye
enlightening.
opening.
Yes. So it's been a great learning experience for sure.
You saying that like they do a really good job at giving the interns responsibilities is like another way of saying like, oh yeah, they work us.
Yes, they really do, but like in the best way possible. Like
They get no, they definitely do.
yes, like it makes me feel trusted, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you
Yeah, like we're
actually
actually doing stuff. Yeah. So to
yes,
put in perspective for the viewers, yeah, they actually like work you. Yeah, they actually work you.
yeah,
They pretty much the late hours we're there too. We are not just there stapling papers for Longhorn
yeah.
Network. It
Yeah,
is
last
like,
night I was at baseball until 10:45.
yeah, literally. And it's like transcribing the interviews. That was the hardest thing for me.
Yeah.
And if
'Cause
LH
it's
is
all the
watching it,
ums.
so
It's
sorry.
it's the ums and the buts and the
It's the
like.
ums and the buts. Transcribing is basically just when we have to listen to interviews that I didn't even know were being done, but listen to a whole bunch of interviews and we word for word type out everything that they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So take a 20-minute interview and you can guess how long that takes.
Seriously.
Yeah. But
Longer than I thought, honestly.
longer than I thought. And sometimes you spend like your whole day at work just doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a great experience, like I said. It helps to,
It is for sure.
I looked at it like if I can understand the behind the camera and what goes on like that part, then I can understand what you guys would need in being in front of the camera.
100%.
Yeah, so even me doing these interviews with you guys, I understand that our producer, he needs like, you know, he needs an open, he needs an outro, he needs the this, he needs the that, and that helps me do my job. That's a little bit insight for y'all.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been great, especially watching the studio show tapings and stuff. It's like you really see what the producers need from the on-air talent. And so it's like, okay, when I go into this, I now really know like they put extra emphasis on XYZ. And so I can like do a better job if I'm on camera rather than just me going out there blindly and not knowing. Like I can do better than I would if I wouldn't have sat behind
Yeah.
the scenes, you know? So
No,
it's really cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Just the way, I think the main thing I took from it was the way I word my questions.
Yes.
And hearing it from the producer's side, it's like, dang, I ramble. I ramble a lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it sounds good to me, but I didn't realize like on the producer side, like they're trying to cut that bit out of, they just want that answer, the question and the answer. So make it shorter so we can cut it out and drop it into the reel.
The time limit is real.
Yeah, it definitely is. What sports have you really been paying attention to? Because I know, you're doing spring.
Yeah, so I'm doing like spring sports. So now that basketball is over, it'll shift more towards baseball. But I was doing a lot of basketball in the beginning, men and women both, and then now it's shifting more towards softball and baseball. So that's been fun to get to do and kind of like see the different sports, because I definitely like, I played softball, so I know softball, but there are just so many different little rules, like the run rules or like just stuff like that I didn't know was a thing in college baseball or softball or stuff like that. So it's fun to get to learn all about that and how the sports differ, even because they're so similar, but like how they differ and everything. So it's been cool.
Absolutely. I feel like learning together, kind of. I was there for mostly football. I couldn't do spring because track, like we're gone every weekend.
Yeah, mine's opposite. So I'm fall sport with soccer. So then I couldn't do fall, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But
spring sports is where is that anyway?
Exactly. And I'll get the spring game for football, so I'll get a little taste, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the soccer team, first, correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yeah.
First game, first scrimmage, not sure, April 7th.
Game.
First
game, yeah.
Game. Okay. How do you feel about that?
So because I'm pretty sure this is how they worded it, but because it's on air, they're gonna do it like a full game. So when we went to Texas State, we did 3:30s rather than 2 45-minute halves. Just to kind of break it up more, get more people rotated, that sort of thing. But because this game is going to be on Longhorn Network, they're going to style it like a game. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2 45-minute halves. So,
okay. And how do you feel about it?
I'm excited. I think it's going to be really fun. We play Tigres. They're a professional team in Mexico. And so I think it's going to be great competition, and it's going to really be a good challenge for us. So I'm excited to see how we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were telling me that the goal this year is to be more mindful of the ties, because that's what hurt you guys last year, that it just kind of shocked y'all.
Yeah.
So how are you guys preparing to just play with a little bit more intention?
That's a good question. I feel like we in practice have been more focused on shooting. Like we've and not even shooting, but more finishing, like getting the ball in the back of the net. Especially we do extra touches before practice, for a couple girls to go out if they want to before practice and work on some stuff. And every day they work on crossing and finishing. So I think really being mindful of the time, like they also set time limits in practice where it's like, okay, you have 3 minutes to score. So like, this is the last 3 minutes of the game and let's get the ball in the back of the net. So it's been really, I think it's been really good. And I think we did well against Texas State. Also, we ended up winning that game 3-0. So I think our finishing is catching on from practice. So I'm excited to see how it translates against a professional team. I think that'll be really awesome.
And the way you just explained to me the timing system and the way you guys are making more attention on the shooting, how does that differ from what you guys were doing last season?
Yeah, I don't think it differs much, but I think it's just more emphasis placed on it. That's simply like what I can think of. We still focused on it a lot in the fall. It was still something crucial. But just other things were worked on in the fall as well. But I feel like this has been a main focus in the spring, which has been good.
Okay. And this is your last season? Okay, it's your last season.
Yeah.
And you're working a little bit, playing a little bit. Like, what is your mindset just going in before the first game? I need to hear your mindset.
Yeah, so I'm just excited, like more than anything, because we have 4 spring games that I'm not exactly sure if it counts a ton towards our preseason ranking, but I'm guessing it counts a little bit. So I'm excited to like really just go out there and prove ourselves. And I'm just kind of treating it like I only get a certain amount more of chances to really go play the sport that I love. And so I'm just kind of embracing it all and taking it all in, and really just being grateful for like the games that we get to play, and like every time I get to step out there and wear the jersey and all of that stuff. So it's definitely bittersweet, and it gets you thinking about it and emotional, because it's definitely been a long period of my life. Like it's been 17 years or something. So it's crazy that this is the last one, but I'm definitely really excited to go out there with them, and I wouldn't want to be with another group of girls. So I'm excited.
That's such a perfect answer. You're just like, I'm just excited for it because 4 more games or this or that, and I'm just appreciative. Me, on the other hand, I was like, oh God, like this is the end.
I know. I'm definitely trying not to think of it as much as that, because we do still have the fall. So I'm like, okay, let's just think of it as like last spring. So like I still have a little bit. I still have the fall.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
But it is definitely emotional and bittersweet, but it's been great.
But you are on a good road. Like the good track that you're on, to seeing that you are already in something that you like other than the sport, and also in the sport, it's kind of like you have both. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you have your A, you have your B, whichever one is which, but you have both, and you're not just kind of wondering what you're going to do after and what direction this is going to take you into, where you have to kind of balance, you know, or matter of fact, choose. So yeah, you're definitely in a good place. It seems like it's me.
Thank you. Yeah, it definitely feels like that too, which is exciting. So it gets me hopeful for after soccer. I'm not like just straight up sad all the time.
No, I understand. Okay. Thank you so much, Maddy.
Yeah, of course. Love talking to you.
Perfect. This is the Hogue Show, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Orange Plus Texas YouTube channel. To the Hogue Show.